Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which I didn't think I was going to do another stream, but Sim Update 6's beta has begun today, and we're going to dive into it. It includes some new lighting at generic airports that aren't hand done, which I'm excited to check that out. It brings PSVR2 enhancements to improve visuals in the headset, so it'll be interesting to kind of see what that's like and all that good stuff. So let me get this posted here, and then we will dive into the change log. We're not going to go into everything, just kind of the main points, but hopefully everybody's having a lovely Monday. Sim Update 6 beta has begun. Let's check it out. Perfect. But yeah, I was just scrolling through the forums, and all of a sudden Sim Update 6 is just sitting there. It's like, okay. Didn't even know it came out. I was too busy driving from the Grand Canyon. So this will be fun. But anyways, let me get to the changelog here and see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with Sim Update 6's beta. New content and features. Overhauled the visual of the reward screen in World Photographer. Don't care. A notification is now displayed when a logbook entry is added to the logbook while in free flight. Interesting. Added lights on generic airports. Other improvements will happen in Sim Update 6, because obviously this won't be everything. Following community feedback, we added an option to start flight without walk around in free flight game mode. Find this new option in the assistant settings. I'm the type of player that really doesn't... I'm perfectly fine with walk around, but hey, the option's there now. Added the tooltip to the buttons of the toolbar when they are hovered. Stability and performance, more World Photographer, don't really care. Fixed an issue where users weren't group leaders, could modify their own local weather, never use that feature anyways, don't care. The order of the online settings is now consistent between platforms. Thank you for that, because it was always weird that every time I went to a different platform, the settings were different. So that's nice. Fixed an issue where changing the cockpit interaction system on consoles would not properly save the setting. Fixed an issue where changing the frequency of the ATC using the buttons present on the cockpit would not correctly update the ATC panel. Fixed the data and the fuel and payload and the EFB were not the same in the plane customizations. Fixed taxi ribbons sometimes cutting straight through the airport and over the grass. Fixed an issue where changing the text size of the game while a panel was opened in panel could make some panels appear to be cut off. Fixed an issue where subtitles could be cut off noticeably earlier when the voiceover in certain conditions. Fixed an issue where subtitles could be too fast to be readable in certain conditions. Fixed an issue where moving the rolling cache location on the hard drive would not delete the relevant file in the old location properly. Fixed wrong font chosen to render text on adaptive livery. Fixed an issue where it was impossible to hide cloud weathers in free flight when not in live weather. Fixed an issue when clicking on remove friend or kick from group in the social panel would not correctly close the relevant context menu. Fixed an issue where the incorrect redirection could happen when ending a training and career and going into training activities. In live activity, departure and arrival are now sorted by time. Departures are sorted by departure time, while arrivals are sorted by arrival time. Fixed overlapping company names for charter service VIP by adding marquee to properly display long strings. Fixed aviator performance tags overflowing progress and gap values when new lines were added, causing incorrect vertical alignment. Fixed an issue where the live button was selectable when the live weather option was off in the online settings. So first we'll check out the new settings, which online should be the same now, which it looks like it is. Perfect. Love it. Under assistances now you can turn off the walk around feature, which I'm going to assume is all the way at the bottom. I don't see anything. I'm in beta, right? Let me just double. I mean, I'm sure I am, but this wouldn't be launched. Yep, 185. What did they say? Find this new option in the assistance settings. Unless I just missed it. Oh, I guess we'll look if it shows up in the actual menu or not, because I'm not seeing it there. Let's see here. Let me keep going on the list while we check to see if anything new content-wise has shown up or changed regarding career mode and liveries. I doubt it, but always worth checking. It's one of the first things I always do check. And then I'll catch up with chat as well. No, still no livery changes. Unfortunately. Alright, where did we leave? Oh, there we go. Fixed aviator perform. Oh, we read that. Fixed an issue where the live button was selectable when the live weather option was off in the online settings. Fixed a small visual issue where the toggle elements could have the wrong style when clicking. Fixed an issue where the selected aircraft statistics could be wrong after changing the unit of measurement in the options and not selecting another aircraft. I'll see if there's any new liveries that have been added while we're just going through this, and then we'll pop into the sim. And we'll probably start off with some PlayStation VR gameplay to see what changed with it, because Sim Update 6 does bring some changes to VR and improvements to it. Fixed a small visual issue where the toggle elements could have the wrong style when clicking. Fixed an issue where the selected aircraft statistics could... I already read that one. Fixed an issue where the language of in-game POIs were not properly updated when changing language until rebooting the game. Fixed an issue where some world location were not searchable in rare cases. Fixed wrong offset of VFX particule during one frame when emitter is moving. Fixed visibility data not displayed correctly in free flight when showing flight plan with live weather. And we'll see if we get to the configuration page here or not. Fixed company title height being too small, causing text to be cut off. Added visual feedback on drop-down menus. Fixed an issue where some waypoints could be displayed when configuring an aircraft in the hangar. Fixed an issue where the displayed fuel consumption in the aircraft selection was not following the unit of measurement in the settings menu. Fixed aircraft name not retranslating when changing language in free flight page. Fixed an issue where some actions such as key rudder access minus or plus would get stuck in a position if a combo was pressed at the same time. Fixed mouse dead zone being too high. Fixed tow plane request key events always spawning a winch regardless of the selected launch method. Fixed inaccurate cloud ceiling displayed on airport departure and arrival cards. Fixed favorite aircraft names overflowing their container by adding a marquee for long text. Fixed an issue where the city names disappeared after certain actions. Fixed taxi ribbon displayed before announcing taxi. Fixed an issue where some POI markers were not using the selected language. Legacy fauna POIs are no longer searchable on the world map, as these were not matching with the new global fauna system. I think I have to restart the sim, folks. Fixed an issue where in-game panels could blink in certain conditions, and fixed taxi ribbon sometimes taking long detours when taxiing to a parking spot or to the start of a runway. Added DLSS 4.5 support used as default native upscaler and dynamic frame generation with in-game VSync support. But yeah, we're going to restart. I don't know what it was doing. Not surprising, it was our first boot up, so we'll see how the second boot does. Improved texture LOD popping inside the cockpit. Fixed ray-marched shadows at far distance, and added FSR4 support. Please note that from now on in the settings, you only choose to use AMD FSR or not. Which version will be used is set by your GPU driver. Backwards compatibility fixes fixed blurry secondary aerials in certain areas. Aircraft fixed an issue that caused some cockpit interaction to have a reduced hitbox. Fixed an issue causing the fuel lines of the 172, the AT-802, DA-62, and E-330 to be oversized, causing the aircraft to take longer than it should to shut down once running out of fuel. Fixed an issue causing the AS-21 transponder SIM attachment to be too dark at night, and prevented the G-force lock effect and structural damage crash due to speed from triggering when in active pause. The H-125 Airbus helicopter fixed an issue causing a few warning lights to be active after an auto start. Fixed an issue preventing the H-125's collective to be operated with the mouse while in VR. The 172 Skyhawk fixed display of an empty not categorized main category in the control settings. The 172 G1000 fixed display of an empty not categorized main category in the control settings. Aircraft core systems extended the maximum range to receive nav radios to allow extended range stations. Fixed increasing error in glide slope deviation calculation when getting closer to the runway. Electricity system. Improved system update for better loops and alternative path direction, allowing a better load sharing among buses. Version 2.3 and up required. Added new property to buses in runtime graph in conducting electricity. Added tension going through the lines. Displayed in the electrical debug window and electrical system runtime graph. Fixed transformers creating tension from 0 volts. Now a tension dropped by a component on a line to 0 volts will remain at 0. Added a text indicating the version of the system loaded in the sim in the debug window menu bar. Added locklevers, I'm sure that's how you pronounce that, to numerical values, possibilities, and CFG parameters definitions, in addition to simvars and global vars. Fixed batteries charge C rate not being initialized with a default value when parsing a CFG, and none is given. And they did some hydraulic systems, pneumatic systems, glass cockpits, including the Garmin G3000 and G5000, updated the layout of the GTC weather radar settings page to match newer software loads of the real G3000. Weather radar automatic stabilization is now disabled if altitude data is not available from AHRS. Fixed an issue with the GTC initialization page where the button bar scroll buttons did not scroll the initialization tasks lists. Added the ability to control weather radar tilt and bearing if the airplane is configured with a weather radar. Man, this... okay. I might have to go to the PlayStation, or the Xbox for a little bit. I don't know what the PlayStation version's doing, but it's not having a fun time loading the sim. We'll try it one more time. Now this reset. Very good. The GNS 430 and GNS 530, the manual screen backlight setting can no longer be adjusted below 0. Fixed an issue where the dialog to change the screen backlight mode in the GNS 530 aux display page was not visible. And fixed an issue where the manual screen backlight setting did not work for configurations with more than one GNS 530 unit or more than one GNS 430 unit. The ProLine 21 integrated avionics system fixed multiple issues where sending a flight plan to avionics from the EFB could result in an incomplete route. The UNS-1EW SBAS flight management system LNAV CDI scale value is now computed and published, added glide path support to the UNS by implementing a new glide path computer, load the default roll and pitch modes from simvars, and therefore autopilot default bank mode and default pitch mode. Enabled look ahead turn anticipation for better turn tracking. The Avidyne IFD 550 and IFD 540 load the default roll and pitch modes from simvars and fixed an issue where the terrain awareness overlay could briefly move with the map while panning instead of staying anchored to the aircraft position. Physics fixed cloud updrafts sometimes happening while misaligned with visible clouds. Wrong wind based offset computation. Flight system CFD simulation added maximum draw distance for wake turbulence displays to improve draw performance, and thermal airflow visualization now also displays downdrafts including mountain foehn. Nav data aligned ILS localizers and glide slopes with runways when they are not intentionally offset. Added threshold crossing height for glide slope. Added GBAS and SBAS path points and GLS facilities, but not yet GLS approaches. Added boundary designation, short name, and comm frequency sector bearing, altitude, distance restrictions. Added LPV200 flag for approach navigation data. EFB fixed the value of its post-boarding, or fixed the value of is post-boarding. It was retrieving the values of all cabin services while it... wow, what the heck did they write this as? Values of all cabin services while it should only get the one of the passenger boarding service. I don't know what I just read. That was gibberish. Fix the slider was still interactable while the deviation limit was 0. Fix the weather TAF did not correctly display the evolution of data over time, specifically after baseline changes. Fixed an issue where the EFB could flicker continuously when changing the windowed screen resolution. Minimap fixed the drag was not stopping when the mouse left the minimap. You guys need to come through and kind of rewrite some of this stuff, because it's like, what am I reading back here? Aircraft gameplay, external HUD. Fixed an issue that caused the battery HUD element not to actually show the battery's remaining capacity. Career, added location info in all companies' fleet overview, and added a button in the briefing page to display the information of the departure or arrival runway in the EFB. Nice. General bug fixes fixed an issue where skipping step could unnecessarily grayed out in career mode. World fixed forced active LOD not working correctly with instanced models. Fixed rare blinking issue with instanced models. Airports fixed painted line glitch above 11,000 elements, and removed some trees that were too close to the runway. Generic airports fixed difference between taxiway and runway lights. Vegetation improved normal map of Pinus sylvestris, Pinus panaster, and Artemisia tridentata. Yeah. Virtual reality fixed an issue where the player view would move before the fade out when exiting pause in the photo mode in virtual reality. PSVR2 further improvements to the graphic pipeline, leading to a better resolution at the center of field of vision, better performance, and lower memory cost. PSVR2 fixed night vision effect, added a smoothing effect when releasing the grab yoke VR controls interaction, modified VR controllers default mapping, changed take control of character and photo mode toggle to trigger plus squeeze plus bottom top buttons respectively. Added cockpit interaction increase decrease to squeeze plus top bottom buttons. These new actions will be useful if you have to interact with any system that is too sensitive for motion controls. Fixed an issue where a missing term was in the no recenter binding pop-up in VR when the recenter VR binding was unbound. Removed 25% out dead zone on some VR controller sticks. Fixed aggressive trees LOD transition. Improved ray-marched shadows in foveated region, which removes disturbing outline around objects. PSVR2 improved the quality of clouds and fixed quad view resolution scaling. Can I get into this, or like, what are we doing here? Please. I wish I never looked for other liveries, because my goodness, this is ridiculous. Can you please load in? I'll do it one more time. If it doesn't, we'll just go to the Xbox or something, because I don't know what it's doing. Controls fixed inverted behavior for display visual assistances off and display virtual assistances on. Renamed eye and head trackers actions. They now start with eye head tracking. Also changed description. Fixed decreased throttle small being hidden inside control settings. Peripherals on PlayStation added support for the Thrustmaster SDK. Fixed inverted axis for photo mode rotation Z on gamepad. Red Bull Air Races, fixed warning sound. I don't really, World Photographer, don't care. Audio fixed an issue causing some sounds to be repeated when emitting instrument is out of the view. Frustrum. And then it goes into dev mode, WASM APIs, and stuff like that. So, alright, can I get into the sim, please, now that I'm done with the changelog? Mamma mia. Alright, let me catch up with chat. Hello, Aviation and Lay, and Shelton, hello. And Paula Preet, welcome as well. And Honorific, a second stream, I know. We're back again. And Saint, hello, welcome as well. Just keeping my fingers crossed for PS5 Marketplace. I mean, PS5 Marketplace is, of course, already out. Again, like we were talking about in the past, regarding the marketplace on PS5, with all the changes that happen in the background with WASM API and everything else in between, it'll probably take a little bit longer for planes like PMDG's airliners to get into the sim, because they'll probably have to do a application or something like that. But hopefully we're close to getting into it, just like I hope we're close to finally loading into the sim here so we can dive on in. You have a lot of reading to do. Yeah, we made through all the other stuff there. Hey Cow, I did the guided tour and it was great. Then I put on the VR on, and if they can just make it a bit clearer. Oh, that's what we're about to take. I mean, I'd like to take a look at it. I don't know what this is doing right now. I'm almost tempted to reinstall it because something's jacked. Any airliners yet? No, there's no. Marketplace is up in the air as to what's going to go on with that. We just have to wait and see for it. At this point, Microsoft and Asobo need to pay you for keeping the goodwill towards this game I appreciate it, Adam. We try. We try. Would be helpful if they had a list of default airports with apron lighting. I mean, I also want to look at that too, because the night lighting should look so much better for generic airports. Hey, we're finally moving a little bit. Goodness gracious. And Adrian, VR looks so much better on Pro now. Nice. I'm looking forward to doing... We'll probably do that first. We'll test that out. Hello, Heisenberg. Welcome to the stream. I'm getting it now. Very nice, Greg. And Shalto, yes, Sim Update 6 beta started today, and now my thing reset. Very good. And Danny, hello. Welcome, welcome. Switch to PC. Pass. Thanks, everyone. Hey again. Welcome back, Toby. Happy to have you here. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't spent a single second inside the sim with the beta. We're about to, though. Alright, cool. Hello to the 200 of you watching. Thanks for sticking around. We just went through the changelog, which, by the way, let me post it in case you want to take a little peruse through there as well. Probably used that wrong, but there we go. Here be the changelog. And then we'll... Oops. Hey! There we go. Very good. I'm not going to care about the liveries because I'm sure there's nothing new anyways. If there is, who cares? Let's fly. And let's fly. We'll start off simple. Let's go with the 172. And somebody said a location. Newcastle. Alright, let's go to Newcastle. Wherever that's at. Is that around London? Is it in the north? I'm gonna be honest, I'm about to just pick a random location and move on. Oh, and we found it. Alright. Very nice. It worked out lovely. Is this a generic airport? We might be able to see some of the new lighting here as well. So we'll keep it nighttime for now. I'm not sure, because I know not all the airports have the new night lighting. This isn't worldwide just yet. I'm not sure the extent of it. Did they mention that, by the way? Yes, they did. So we'll see what's going on there. How was the drive early? Oh, it was great. It was a really fun time. So this is definitely one of the airports that don't have the new night lighting. Because there's nothing there. We'll just have to look for it. We'll focus on going to generic airports. Alright, so let's do a quick test with the... Oh, that's what they were talking about with the names below it. Don't really... Can I turn that off? I don't really need that. It was pretty self-explanatory as to what the buttons were without the text below it. That seems kind of pointless. Let's see if the setting is here, because on PlayStation I was not seeing the turn off walk around mode. I'm still not seeing that. HUD cockpit view. I guess I can't turn it off. It's just kind of redundant. It's like it's pretty. Anyways, let's bring it up to daytime and see what VR's like. I won't be in it too long because I want to keep up with chat. But all right. Wait. There's another airport. Hang on. Is that an airport with the new night lighting? Because I do want to see it. They probably just want to see their local airport. If it's not new night lighting, whatever. I will do a comparison video, though, because I'll try to find a good amount of them. And then we can do some before and afters to showcase that new... Oh, no, there it is. Nice. Thank you for the recommendation. Now we can see. Oh, that's so much nicer. Because what we saw before, you know how it was always just dark? And all you would see is the terminal window lights lit up? Now you have this at way more generic airports, which is fantastic. So that's an exciting change. Gonna look forward to finding some other ones, and you'll be able to see what it looked like before. But finally we can see what's going on, because it was always really weird going to these airports, and it's just like, oh, at least I can barely see the terminal lights inside, so that's great. But it actually places poles, so they're not just floating lights. It's a great change. But cool. Alright, so there's that. Let's bring it to daytime. And let me pop into VR for just a short little stint. Not going to be too crazy, and then I'll get back into catching up with chat and answering your questions. Because if you're just joining, PSVR2 has seen some performance and visual improvements, and we're about to see if that's true or not. What are the buttons for it? I think it's this. Oh, I don't want to set the play area up. Just let me... Oh my god. Just let me do it where I'm sitting, please. I'm not going to be doing all this crap right now. Thank you. Great. Enough of this nonsense. Holy crap. Wow. I can actually read stuff now. They were not kidding. Ooh. Yes. What a difference. What a difference, for sure. Taking things off in walk-around mode is still an absolute pain in VR. We'll be right up against the props here. Oh, that's exciting. Let me get the chalk, please. Gotta be right up. That's insane. It's so clear now. Excellent. Can immediately tell a better frame rate too, so we'll see how that goes. We might fly this 172 on over to Heathrow, because I think we're just south of it here. Wow. That is lovely. And apparently they did some changes to the clouds as well. Let's pop a few in here. Sobo, I don't think I can interact with the toolbar anymore in VR. Can I interact with the EFB? No. Okay, well, I think I already found our first bug. Very nice, very nice. Hold on, let me get out of VR here. I'm gonna go to the forums and report that, because that is crazy. Okay, why can I not do anything with the... What is going on here? You know what? I don't care anymore. Just forget about it. Let's fly. We'll look at the clouds later. Already wasted enough time here. That's insane how... Why didn't we have this from the start? Like, what in the world? Now this looks like the promo shots we were seeing. Beautiful draw distance going on. Everything's looking nice and clear so far. Insane that I can actually read what's on the screens now without having to go like right up against it. I just realized, where's the microphone at? Oh, there it is. It's probably like all quiet. Oh, nobody cares. It's fine. Let's get up in the air here. I'm also interested to see what this whole logbook thing is about. Where if we land, it'll pop up with something saying that was added to it or something. Not really sure what the point of it is, but we'll see what the pop-up looks like when we get there. Wow. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. Yeah, I don't know why this wasn't the way the VR was to begin with. I mean, this is completely different now. And I am all for it. That's crazy. Because, you know, when I first read it, I'm like, oh, okay, it'll probably be a little... No, it's legitimately so nice now. I'll actually be using this more often. Because I don't know, I couldn't get into it much. Like, it's cool, but the way the visuals look like, it's just like, I can't read crap off of this. And everything's so nice and clear now. The much smoother frame rate, whatever they did on the back end to use less memory, it has worked tremendously. Oh, there it is. Echo Golf Lima Lima's Heathrow, right? Whatever it is, that's where we're gonna head to. Let's get... Where's my... There it is. We're currently at... Let's go to 1,000 feet. I'm going to get this into autopilot, and I'm going to kick out of VR for just a bit so I can catch up with people's questions. And go from that. Sweet. That is... What a first impression that is of Sim Update 6 with PSVR2. Love that. Holy crap. It looks like playing on a flat screen. That's how nice the resolution is now in the headset itself. And Darth, hello, welcome. Are they introducing new startup footage? That's just for the... No, that's the PlayStation trailer. No, Eric, still no livery changes in career mode, unfortunately. Oh, by the way, if you are a PlayStation user with a disc, you can now join the beta by going to Settings, Advanced Options. Oh, now it's not here. I guess, no, you do it from the... if you go here in the base public version of the sim, you'll have a join the beta button here now. Just thought I'd mention that as well. What VR HMD? I don't know what HMD means. Like just in general, it's the PSVR2 headset running on the PS5 Pro. Yep, beta 6. I mean, because of everything that happened with 5's release, it pretty much delayed Sim Update 6, which is why I'm not too surprised it's out already. And Chubbles, you want to make sure that you get the beta. So if you're a digital purchaser, you just go to the PlayStation Store and hit the 3 buttons next to play game to change the edition. Well, okay, you do the 3 buttons to get to the store page for the sim, and then in the store page listing, you hit the 3 buttons again to change the edition of the beta. If you're on disc, just do what I showed there. Go to settings, advanced options, and then get beta. Did I get the Titanic mod? No. Is the right stick fixed at least? I'm hoping so. We'll check that out after we're done with this flight here. This still isn't working. I don't even have it in flat screen. I don't know what it's doing. Oh well. Probably just a one-off thing. We'll see. Hello, Cowtown. Just discovered you last week. Very nice, Lance. Happy to have you here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Monday. And welcome to the stream. I do not use a mouse, no. What looks blurry? Oh, just the way it's playing back. It does. That's not what I'm telling you. Anyways, you know what I said. You know what I said. How did I manage to skip some people? Wait, where did you guys come from? Can't wait for the walk-around toggle to become permanent. I don't always like to do walk-around. Sometimes I just want to jump in the cockpit and fire it up. Very nice, Black Sheep. 500. Yes, we're back in a beta, West. Worth checking the boom? I don't really like flying it, to be honest with you. I mean, it's cool, but... okay, now I'm caught up. Perfect. Career mode is hopefully a focus point for this update. Much to correct. I agree. I'm hoping we'll see some improvements there. But yeah, I mean, I can't change what the VR headset puts out to the stream part, but it looks phenomenal. It looks exactly like it does now, with the screens and everything, and just the frame rate. It is excellent. But cool. All right, we're going to go back into VR because I want to see how it does going into Heathrow. Currently flying across country from Seattle to Connecticut in my DC-3 on the Xbox Series X. Very nice, Lance. Very nice. But yeah, don't know why the YouTube stream is showing the screens kind of really weird, but that is not what it looks like. Lovely draw distance. I mean, that's just crazy. Really. Sit back here a little bit. That's crazy. So they must have been on an older or a newer Sim Update 6 build when they did all the PSVR2 footage, because now it looks exactly like it did in those promo shots. Get my microphone position back up here. There's no more of that weird artifacting going on in the horizon either. No, that makes me very, very happy. That's just awesome. Pretty much where the headset should have been when it originally launched. Even the smaller text is actually readable now. And of course, we'll test it out in an airliner as well, see if we still get that same experience or if we get some degradation on that. Almost to our destination here. We'll just keep heading on this 318-degree direction here. Ooh, I wish my co-pilot was here, because I'd be talking to him about this. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Because like I said earlier, you know, I was expecting like, oh, you know, it's probably going to be marginally better, but nope. It's exactly where it needed to be from the start. Which, hey, you know, only have to wait a couple months for that to happen. I hope you guys have audio, because I don't have anything. I hear absolutely nothing. I mean, it's doing a really great job with off-screen caching as well, where it's not reloading every single thing every time. Like, I don't even see it reloading anything really at all when I'm looking around. There might be some photogrammic imagery that kind of loads in a little bit more, but that's about it. .110 knots. We'll bring that throttle back a little bit. Oh, sweet water treatment plant in VR. Oh, there's a stadium too. Hello. Too busy looking at a water treatment plant, and there's a stadium right by it that we could have been looking at instead. Gonna bring that power back a little bit more.
500.
I can see the pappy lights so much better. I mean, before it would just be this horrendous, like, like it would just look like one light as opposed to 4 individual lights. I can't believe it's saying we're low. I feel way too high up. But we'll listen to it, whatever. The pappy lights know best. All of the handcrafted airports already loaded on in. Don't do it, Qatar Airways. Don't stop. Don't get in our way, please. I have priority here. By illegally just coming on in here and landing. Just couldn't wait 2 seconds, could you? It's alright, we might still be able to get in front of his wake turbulence here. Hello! And welcome to Heathrow, everybody. The British Airways hangar over there. Still hanging on to a lovely frame rate. That was cool. Yeah. I am fully impressed. Like, now I can really sit here and say, this is awesome. I mean, it was cool before, but it was just kind of it just wasn't enjoyable to use just because everything was an absolute pain to read. It's just like, I don't want to be all the way up in front of this screen in order to read something. And now you can sit in the natural position and everything is legible. Excellent stuff. That's all I know. Alright. We'll probably do a little bit more VR later, but we'll just fly around regularly for the remainder for a little bit. Alright. I've just jumped into PSVR2, and even on base PS5, the difference is great. That's awesome that you're getting that same experience over there, too. That is excellent. I mean, that is a crazy upgrade. Like, seriously. Alright, so, I'm gonna pop back over. I want to see if my hometown airport got the new upgraded lights. Well, good. I'm glad you guys heard it, because, yeah, when I have the headset on, because I don't have a headphone that works with it, so I'm always flying with no audio. Hey, Mike. This is the new beta build, yes. Oh, I do got... Oh, there's... Doesn't look like there's any on the terminal, though. That's a bit odd. I still cannot access this toolbar now. I gave it crap for having the random names under it. Now it just doesn't care anymore. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. They still haven't fixed my control tower, though. So, okay, I already see one problem with the lights, though. It's gonna kind of make a mess of things. That's one thing I'm not a fan of regarding the lights. It's not placing them in proper spots. Because first of all, the flight line here has no lights anywhere in the middle of the tarmac. All the lights are on the hangars looking out that way. But, and then none over here. But yeah, it's a bit weird because the lights are only... I need to look at that. Let me change it in the menu because my toolbar is not functioning in the slightest. Also not seeing anything pop up regarding the logbook. Still not sure what that even means. But I was waiting to see something show up after we landed, possibly, but maybe it was because of VR. We'll see if it happens inside here. Yeah, it's... To be completely honest with you, if they can make the system only focus on putting lights around the terminal, I think it would be best. 'Cause, yeah. I'll have to see some more examples of it, but I'm not too impressed with my local airport on that. Because here it just looks kind of, honestly, a bit of a mess. I'm not sure if the lights have changed on the taxi. I'll have to do that with my before and after, but they look nice on the taxiways and runway lights. But yeah, the generic airport's custom lighting, I mean, it's a cool idea, but it definitely needs some refinement in its placement. For sure. But alright, let's do a little airliner spawn here. Should I risk it to see if there's any... Oh, there's also a new button here. Interesting. So the configure aircraft is no longer a button on the bottom left with save and back and select. It's now a full-on... just button over there. Interesting. I just want to see if it worked, and it does. Good. Any new liveries? Any new liveries? No, 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 and... no. Okay. I'm not surprised. I wasn't expecting to see any new ones. Hopefully we see some soon. But, anyways, let's spawn into... Let's do an A320. A321, why not? Did they fix Denver at all? No, it is still not loading in the terrain properly there. Did they fix Key West at all? No, it's still having that weird masking over it. But let's spawn in Orlando, handcrafted airport, see how it does, and just see performance overall. And Jadu, what's your hometown airport if you want to say it? Because I can go look if you want. I'm so excited to get home. Nice, Chubbles. Hopefully you have a blast. Really makes me want to experience VR and flight sim. Everyone seems to like it even before this update. Wear glasses though, so not sure how well it'll work. Most VR headsets have spacers, so if you wear glasses, it can suit around that. And yep, Paul, FSR4 support. That's my hometown airport also. KCOS grew up off GOG. Trying to think of what GOG is. I know Centennial. Hey, Sunshine, welcome to the stream. Alright, I was gonna spawn where the home... I will... If they reply, we'll reply later. It's fine, we'll load in. I'm addicted to this game. Any suggestions? Just fly some more. That's my suggestion. How am I getting so smooth frame rate? I'm on PS5 Pro and I'm not getting that much. Again, everything you see from me is default settings. I never change anything. I don't do anything with the rolling cache nonsense or any of that. It is literal default settings. I have a feeling it's gonna... We'll see. But I have a feeling it's not gonna load properly here. Hopefully it proves me wrong. Oh, shoot, Jadu. Yeah, the right stick. I forgot about that. But good. Glad it works. Garden of the Gods, I'm assuming. That's GOG. I was thinking about it the whole time. Did they? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to it. My toolbar doesn't work. I knew this was going to load, right? Because I noticed it's not really wanting to load in Orlando either. It's kind of sitting there being a bit weird for some reason. But I'll check again. I don't think they did, but it doesn't hurt to check. If I can load on in, that is. I really don't want to restart the sim, because it's been acting a little bit weird on the load up, but we'll see. It's the first beta build. We can expect some issues arising, so it's not a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna just leave the area here. They probably didn't like me taking a look at Denver. Because Denver's been broke for quite a few sim updates on the terrain. It's not really loading anything in, though. It's not even doing satellite imagery or photogrammic. It's just kind of sitting in that blurry state. So we may have to restart the sim. Just got here. Anyone have a quick summary of what's new or what to look forward to with this? New night lighting at generic airports. We have, if you're on PlayStation and PSVR2 user, it is awesome now. The resolution getting out of that, and of course just, further performance improvements and things like that. No idea about future peripheral releases. I'm gonna have to restart. I think the marketplace is still closed on the beta for PlayStation, yes. Because the My Library stuff was already working in the other beta, but it didn't carry over into the... Hang on, did you see that? It's not doing it anymore. It had a different emblem for a second. Just gonna give it one more quick check. But yeah, see how it's not loading anything? Interesting. Okay, so let me get my notes down here so I can start making some form posts after we wrap up the stream later. PS5 bugs. So yeah, we're gonna restart because that's not doing anything it needs to anymore. Unfortunately, cursor mode cannot interact with toolbar or EFB. And no, there is no flight control replay. I just looked back at the stream. There's that. Couple spawns question mark prevents further spawn. Go through. We're on the PS5 Pro. Nice, Rez. Hopefully you enjoy. It was a great kart journey. I loved it. I grew up flying with my father in the Cessna 172 RG. Lost him in February 25. I'm sorry to hear that. Microsoft Flight Sim keeps the memory alive. Very nice, Lance. I'm sure those were awesome times flying along with him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure air races and stuff will be arriving at the end of this. It'll be kind of coinciding with SU6, because this won't release till about September or so. Maybe even longer. No new aircraft, no. And Jose, hello, welcome. Imagine the PS5 got the PMDG 737. It should. I mean, they did all their stuff they needed to when it first opened on April 30th. Again, with 5.1 and all that type of stuff, that should make it to where that's way more of a possibility of them finally getting in there after they did all their application stuff. The beta is on all platforms. There's never a separate thing for that. PC, Xbox, and the PlayStation 5 all have the beta. Found a performance issue with some apron lighting. Not tried my PS5 Pro yet, but on the standard PS5 looks like there's too many apron lights at eGPF that's causing FPS issues. We can spawn there and check it out, because I'm interested. Because it's a cool idea. I'm not sure I'm a fan of how it's implemented, though, because my local airport has way too many lights, and they're not in good positions either, so there's definitely some work to be done with the new lighting. We already did VR. We already know. It looks fantastic now, yes. Just landed with the default caravan float in a random lake in Canada as I have dinner right now and watching the stream. Oh, very nice, Rez. Very nice. Alright. Let me see if we get any frame issues at Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot. Of course it goes to the wrong. I love that. Let's take a little peek here, and hopefully this will load in this time. Just hopped on to VR on SU6, literally the clearest and most beautiful it has ever looked. Native DLSS 4.5 changed the game. Nice! I'm glad the VR stuff on the PC side is also seeing improvements. So great, I'm glad you're having a great experience with that. Yeah, see, it's doing the same thing that I was talking about there. It's placing too many, for sure. And I'm sure they can hone that in. It's nice seeing the lights, but it's not perfect just yet. And if you park your plane over here, sucks to be you, you don't get lights. By the way, do I have my toolbar back? Yay! But yeah, no flight control replay. I still want the ability to turn off the names. I'm still baffled that this was even confusing to anybody regarding what the buttons did, but I don't need the names on the bottom of it. That just seems redundant completely. Let me see if... Nope, still not seeing that setting. We'll see. We might pop over the Xbox. It might just be missing on PlayStation. We'll just do any other than quick little flight. We'll probably go to London City. Oh shoot, no, we're way up here. We'll just pick some random spot. Did they give me finally a roadmap layer? No. Did they give me borders at least, or anything? Oh, that's funny. Was friends traffic only always a thing? Probably was, I just never paid attention to it, because I don't have friends. So, never used it. But man, I can't believe that's still not a thing. All I know is, I think just overall performance has seen yet even more improvements. I mean, things are running beautifully right now. Pushback tug still freaks out when you move a camera around. Actually, he's just freaking out in general. Oh, and... alright. Why are the screens all... I mean, I get it. We spawned in... Oh, crap. I don't even know where the brightness settings are. It should be here. There we go. Good. It's like, let's not have that dim. But yeah, we'll just pick a random airport and head that way. Nice. So far, very, very happy with SU6 already. I mean, sure, we've run into some things, but again, I'm expecting that, especially on the first build. Definitely be sure to give my feedback on the generic lighting as well. It's a great addition, just needs to be refined for sure. I'm also interested to see how the draw distance is on the airliners. We'll probably head over to LA after this, because that's my favorite place to do some testing in. Co-pilot, could you... Oh. Forgot I don't have one anymore. I fired them all. We'll bring the altitude down to 8,000 feet. Don't have to climb too much. Set our speed to 240. Flight director on. Auto throttle. Let's arm that as well. This trim still loves to be way in the negatives. There's a forklift. Why is he driving in the grass? I guess it's a path, but it just looks funny. Weird. Sound like the 737 sounded a bit different, but it's probably just me. We're not stalling. Leave us alone, please. Thank you. Nice. As usual, doing good with not having to reload anything inside the cockpit, even if we spend time outside of it. Not talking about these names. I'm fine with that. I want those on. I'm talking about the new stuff they added up here in the toolbar. It's pointless. And no, there's no messaging with me flying Aeromexico over Britain. I just realized that. There was no intent on that. Just now thought about it. I was like, oh. That just happened last night. Can't click those off for some reason. Somebody else will have to answer that. I don't use SimBrief, so I don't think so. I could be wrong, though. He might be able to log into it somewhere else, but I know it's not in the EFP. Just jumped into the eye of a storm for some low-altitude madness. The sea movement is truly terrifying. Absolutely spot on with his new VR graphics upgrade. Nice. Glad you're having a blast with it. There are no new airliners, no. I guess we'll just head over to whatever this is. Echo Golf Oscar Lima. Lachars Air Base. Excellent. Let's do a quick little flight, a landing over there, and go from that. Hang on, let me trim this out here. Man, it's handling everything like nothing, even having the camera way over at the airport. Oh, a little freeze there, that's alright. Understandable, considering it had to load something back in. super impressed with this so far. I'm hoping that'll continue as we keep progressing through. Because all I know is I don't need another Sim Update 5 release, so if we can avoid that, I'll be happy. You are probably flying without live conditions then. Because yes, the water can absolutely be different. As it is in real life, it all depends on wind. So if you're just flying with clear skies and custom weather with nothing going on, the water will never be anything different. Okay. Slow down, camera, please. I'm just trying to get close. There we go. Yeah, I'll give a better angle here. Of course, gonna have it flat. Little breeze, higher winds, and of course what we were seeing there. And then the boats, and if you flew a plane on the lake, you would have to deal with that, and so forth. I can tell you right now, I would not want to be on this little ferry boat. So anyways, just wanted to show that since I saw that comment. Wanted to make sure I actually had a gyroscope mode on. It does Hartsfield. We tested it out a little bit earlier. We're going to test it out again a little bit later in an airliner. Just to see how it's doing on that. Because we just did it in a 172, but my goodness, the resolution is incredible now. And we'll keep the live weather on, why not? Everything's modeled out down there. Great draw distance, even with the weather going on. No complaints so far. And Bruce, they did. Here, as a matter of fact, why wait? Hang on, let me... trim this out. The trim is fast. What in the world? Oh, I'm still in gyroscope mode too. Good. I'm fighting the plane myself. I'm just sitting here making it rock back and forth. We'll do this in VR. Hang on. Let's see what it looks like. Don't mind the plane diving to the ground, by the way. Again, the screen might look weird on the stream, I don't know why, but that's not what it looks like in the headset. So if the screen is... Oh, now we can see the clouds, by the way, which do look so much nicer. Oh, that's great. We didn't see that earlier. But yeah, if the screens are freaking out on the stream or whatever, I can assure you that's not what it looks like. In the headset itself, it looks just like it does on a flat screen. That's how nice the visuals look now. Oh, this is... I am definitely spending way more time in VR. Look at the shadows, by the way. Those look great. It's crazy being actually able to read stuff now. I mean, that was my biggest gripe with the PSVR2 headset was you can't enjoy anything before. I mean, the visuals outside the cockpit, the visuals inside, the better resolution. Like I said, it basically looks like it did in the promotion material now. I mean, it looks fantastic. Alright, let me trim this thing out, because I'm fighting it a ton here. May as well fly into the storm here. So let me see, there we go, now it wants to work. It might have just been a one-off issue regarding the, oh shoot, my airport's over here. It might have been a one-time thing with the toolbar and cursor not wanting to play nice with each other. And here, I'll just not talk for a little bit, that way I can keep the headset as smooth as possible, because I know it'll jump around a little bit when I'm talking. So we will reconvene when we get on the ground, because it shouldn't be too long till we're there. I noticed the EFB likes to, you might not see it on the stream, but right on the, oh, it does that. It's like it's resetting for some reason. Not resetting, but just adjusting where it's showing on the map. But anyways, back to our landing here. Ooh, a little bit of rain. that some lightning just now? I saw something as I turned over there. I don't know why my flaps aren't wanting to do anything either. That's not ideal. Oh, there they go. Interesting. Wind turbine down there. Oops, no, I didn't mean, sorry. I don't have my usual buttons on the VR side.
1,000.
I'm going to assume... Oh, the EFB is really weird. Now we have like a visual of what I'm talking about, where it just kind of resets and isn't loading right.
500.
Well, I'm gonna make this a runway. I'm assuming it is, but because yeah, there should just be a taxiway on the right. All is well.
400.
Yeah, I don't think this runway is active anymore. I think it's it is the one on the right. I think that's just a taxiway. Alright, final couple second change here, it's fine. Very good.
100. Approaching minimums. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Nice. And that was with the wind too, so you know what? I'll take it. Everything you're not supposed to do, we did. And all is well. Very cool. But yeah, so VR looks incredible in the airliners as well. But yeah, the EFB just freaks out in the map when you zoom in or do anything with it. So that'll be something I do some more testing with. Is London really bright now? Let's see. Let's take a quick little peek at it. I'm pretty sure you need PS Plus to play online, yes. Could be wrong on that, but I have it, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's needed. But yeah, if we're talking about the generic lights at airport, or the lighting at generic airports now, it's cool to have, but I'm not a fan of how they're being placed. They're kind of all over the place, and they're in improper places and stuff like that. So, again, I'll have to do some more testing and look at other airports and see what's going on with that. So are we just talking about London in general? Because... oh, there's Jadu, by the way. Like, this red light? That looks pretty bright. Is that what we're talking about? It's just the party district. But yeah, if that's what we're talking about... oh, and also this. This has happened in the past where POIs get really bright lights. I'm sure that'll get fixed up. But the rest of the lights look normal. But over there at the stadium, the green. So yeah, those are definitely over... oh, now this is not bright at all. Like, this is perfect. It looks like the sun, but that's okay. That's normal. They just really want you to know it's there. So yeah, the POIs are definitely... it's happened in the past. I think it always happens at least once during a beta period. So yes, that is absolutely over the top at the moment. Holy crap, I'm not even close to it, and it looks bright. Whoo! Because yeah, you can really see those really stand out. But yeah, I'm sure that'll be fixed in the next build or two. But yeah, everything else looks normal from the regular city lights. I'm not noticing anything out of the ordinary. Just the point of interest. Are just a tad bit over the top. But cool. Alright, anyways, I want to go over to LA here. We're going to spawn in the A320 V2 and just see how it does performance-wise on that. It's always a great testing area for just performance in general. Did the Beluga get its audio fixed, by the way? We'll probably spawn in on... well, no, I don't... it's not really performance-intensive. We'll do the 320. Oh, then there you go, Viking. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be that way, but whatever. That works. Because now I'm interested to see if this loads or not, because the last time we did it, we did a couple loads, it was fine, and then we got to like the third one and it decided to not do it anymore. So I think we might be running into a recurring bug on that. Oh, never mind. We got in. Fantastic. Love it. Let it load on the terminal there. See how long it takes for it to get to a steady frame rate. We're almost there already, immediately. Just zoom around really fast, see how the sim does with that. All of LAX is already loaded on in. Perfect. Don't mind that, it's just reloading after we left. It'll be sorted here shortly. Push back, please. It's not wanting to reload our ground textures, though. Or the tug. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh. Excuse me, sir. What's going on, sir? Why are you not loading in either? What's going on here? What's happening in LAX, sir? Is there some secret form of energy being used here that's taking up everything? Sir, you look much better loaded in. Your brother seems to be having some issues. Do you know what's going on? Because I don't know why it doesn't want to load that in. Because it still hasn't loaded it in the ground textures. Or the tug, or that. It's just picking random things. I don't know. But you know what's most important is the plane itself. Everything else can load in whenever it feels like it, I guess. Oh, it's Pigtowns in the A10. Very nice. I just don't think it liked when I went out of showcase camera. Let me see if I leave really quick and come back. Because, yeah, it's not loading anything from the airport's textures. Really, I'm gonna have to, let me write that down. Showcase camera. I'll need to do more tests with that. Because for whatever reason it's not reloading. I'll have to do it with the A320 as well, because something's not happy with that. A320 showcase camera not playing well. I just want to reload it and see what it does. Because everything was fine until I did the showcase camera and then came back, and then it just didn't want to load anything. Again, this might be tied to the multiple loads in. Because originally we were talking about it because I was assuming it wasn't going to load in. But I think there's just some other lingering thing going on with another boot into the sim. Because now we're getting the same thing we had last time where we couldn't load in and it wasn't loading textures on the ground right. And I'm just wanting to see if it ends up doing it now or if it just kind of sits there and is upset again. Because the livery's not loading in right. I think it's just tied to that. Where it gets to a certain amount of loads in, which is past 2. And then it kind of sits there and says, forget you, I'm not loading anything else anymore. You get the bare minimum and take it or leave it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to restart the sim and then just do it first boot and see if it does the same thing or not. I'm going to assume it won't. So that's what we're going to test out here. Well, yeah, it's new Airbus technology where you don't even need wings. So it's pretty high-tech stuff. Really cool that they're able to showcase that early in the sim. Really love that, so. But yeah, so now I want to just see how it is on an initial boot, because I guarantee it's probably not going to be anything that we just saw there. We're going to do showcase camera, and I just want to see if the sim loads everything properly like it's supposed to. 2 streams in one day? Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't planning on it, but Sim Update 6's beta just decided to randomly pop on up and get released. I was just looking at the forums and I see Sim Update 6. I was like, what the heck is this? They didn't even announce it. It's just out. I don't have a HOTAS on PlayStation. All my flying is done with the gyroscope and the DualSense. Are you on Xbox or something? Because I can go check. Because I have it for the PC and Xbox. Dash 8 Q400 Microsoft Flight Sim PC 5 Marketplace 24 is cam. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I read. I don't know why there's a PC 5. The personal computer 5. I see. But anyways, let's see this again and go from that. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't have one then. Unfortunately, I cannot help on that. Because of the issues linger, it might be something regarding the A320 itself, because that's the thing you always have to keep in mind if something goes wrong. Well, first of all, I always like to mention this anytime a beta is going on, especially on the PC and Xbox side, where there's a bunch of different add-ons you can have installed and all that. If you run into issues, make sure you try it again without those add-ons going on and seeing if it replicates, because then you can know it's more of a sim issue as opposed to a conflict with changes that the sim has made with your third-party content. So it's just always something to keep in mind. Which is why I typically play... I mean, I always play pretty much vanilla anyways, outside of aircraft add-ons and airport add-ons. Alright, ground textures have already loaded in. Excellent. People have not loaded in. Excuse me. Oh my god. Hey, there you are, ma'am. Welcome on in. I mean, still anyways, great load times. Really quick at getting everything situated and you're not lingering around at a very low frame rate for a ton of time. Cockpit should be loaded in. It is excellent. So, what we're going to do is the same thing we did. Go with the showcase camera. I'm going to leave. There is some weird oddities I'm seeing through the ground in situations. I'm hearing the audio even though I'm not supposed to. It's like I'm next to it still. Interesting. Okay, add that to my list. Hearing aircraft audio in showcase, even though not near it. Happening with A320. Nope, everything else looks normal now. Everything, the jetway's loaded in, so yeah, it was one of those lingering things from getting past that second load in, running into that odd thing. The jetway is also inside the aircraft for some reason, so some things to work on there. Nope, beta is available on all 3 platforms, PC, Xbox, and the PlayStation 5. At least it should be at this point. Maybe that's why they haven't posted it yet. Maybe it's not on the Steam side at the moment. But I would imagine it is. But yep, see, everything else is loading in like it's supposed to, so Definitely have to do some more testing regarding the third spawn-in, for sure. Because it is not happy with something. It also doesn't like loading in something at the airport. You can see we're looking through the ground. Again, that's probably more of the showcase causing that, but you can see it. It'll probably disappear as we zoom in. So there might be something with the showcase camera too that it doesn't like with the A320. But it should disappear by the time we get over there. And yep, Mike, VR has been fantastic so far. I mean, in general, I'm really enjoying my time with Sim Update 6 so far. I mean, obviously it's a very early feeling with it so far. But as with every beta, I'm always in it 100% of the time, so... He's a little crooked. Are you okay, sir? Rough landing? American Airlines is in the ground? I don't know, there's some weird stuff going on here at LA for some reason. Things I've never seen before. Because the ground is sunk over here? Oops, that's not what I meant to hit. Not slew mode. American Airlines, oh. Yeah, it's weird. It's loading in everything at a different layer. Interesting. Okay, showcase camera still crashes our plane. For whatever, I still will never understand that bug at all. Why a showcase camera would ever have any effect on your aircraft is mind-boggling to me. It's always been something I wanted to see resolved. I'm going to spawn in something else, because I just want to see if it's happening with any aircraft, or if it's just some more A320 V2 nonsense. Yep, still loading in weird regardless of what we're flying. So I'll definitely have to do some more checks at other handcrafted airports. Because we definitely never saw that before. At least not from my own personal experience. And we've been here a lot on all the platforms with different aircraft. I guess we have a tail lock going on here? What's going on here? I didn't realize this even had a tail lock. I've never had to use it before. Didn't I turn this, though, before? Or am I just losing it? I've never once had to interact with a tail wheel lock on this. Ba, 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 ba. I still have not fixed cursor mode, having to reset the window in order to interact with something. Which is a shame to see, because that's been a bug since forever. Or does it not even have a great, it doesn't even have an eye icon for it, no wonder. You know what? I really don't care. I'm in no mood for this. Let me fly. But yeah, there's some weird things in LAX with regards to how it's loading in. Right, Mike? I mean, it's incredible the difference that the VR is now in Flight Sim with SU6. It looks exactly like it did in the promos now. I'll be using it so much more. But yeah, outside of the airport, everything else is looking like it's loading in normally, nothing out of the ordinary, so it's definitely just around the airport specifically. Yeah, I saw there was an update. Was it an airport add-on? Because I didn't really pay attention to it. I was too busy updating this, but I can see if there's a change log for the base version. There was no change log, so was it an add-on update? Because so far there's no change log for the public one. Here, hang on. I can tell you exactly if it was a sim update or not. Or not sim update, but just regular update. It was 1 point... No, it's the same. So that was probably just a... Does it still show me? Yep. It was just an add-on update, not a sim update. So you won't see anything different. The mystery has been solved. It's all back-end stuff, has nothing to do with... It's for third-party planes and their avionics and stuff like that. That update comes out at least once a week. That is all. You won't see anything on, from a player's perspective, different. We've done it in the 172 and the 737 in VR in this stream, and it is absolutely a mind-blowing improvement. It looks fantastic now in the headset. Great performance. The resolution is incredible. I mean, it's night and day difference from what we were using this whole time. You are gonna love it. And then on top of the better resolution and everything, the performance is so much better as well so far with the testing that we've done with it. As a matter of fact, hang on, why aren't we doing a helicopter tour? Hang on, we'll pop over LA with the helicopter and we'll do it in VR. I know somebody was talking about the Aviator Edition. Yeah, I don't know why it always disappears, unfortunately. By the way, are we getting the same issues with the third-party planes? Oh, Asobo, I don't know if there's a way to change that or fix it, but the third-party planes always freak out in beta on PlayStation. But even the updated Aviator planes get that warning too. And no, restarting the sim doesn't fix it, and no, going in the marketplace and reactivating it doesn't fix it either, because then it just comes back after a reboot, so... And not all of them do it either, which is weird, so... Anyways... But yeah, I would love to see the Aviator Edition planes be usable in beta form as well, but... It's all good. Let's go into... Let's do the 407, because last time we did it in VR, it was a bit of a... It wasn't a fun experience. So it'll be interesting to see if it's a better experience now here. Oh, very nice, Z. Very nice. That is great. I am glad you're getting a performance improvement there as well. That is great to hear. Alright. So... Okay, first of all, let me get this headset set up correctly so I'm actually seeing what I'm supposed to. So on the YouTube stream, the screens might be a bit weird. Again, I don't see that in the headset myself. There's nothing I can change on the stream side of things. But just know, it is looking lovely, so hopefully that'll continue here. I'm a bit worried we're not... it's going to load in, but is it going to load everything in properly? We'll see. Because it really does not like... I'll have to test it out. Because it's not loading anything in right now. We'll give it a few seconds to see if it loads in. Holy moly. I think we've clarified that that is absolutely a bug on the third boot into a world. It just does not like it at all, and it will not load anything in. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to restart the sim. Because we've had that consistently happen now, and we know it's definitely a bug. So I will make a report on that. Alright. At least now I can talk to chat here. Any new planes? No. And Road Dog, I'm glad you enjoyed the driving stream we did earlier. That's awesome. Third-party planes has nothing to do with Asobo. That'll be on the third-party developer to fix those types of issues. I think, oh yeah, performance has definitely been even further improved from 5.1. I know it's a blank screen right now, I'm sorry. Here, I'll just turn off the headset for now. But yeah, something with that third spawn, it's not happy with it at all. No idea when Miltech Mission Hub will get into the sim on the PS5. No idea. The update on PS5 was just an add-on. That's a weekly thing. Has nothing to do with anything that you'll notice in front of you in the sim. It's all for third-party stuff and avionics and whatnot. SDK type of stuff. You access the beta by going to the store page for Flight Sim 2024. You'll go down here to the 3-dot button, view product, 3-dot button, change it to the beta version, and then you install it from there. If you are a disk user, you will go to settings in Flight Sim 24, advanced properties or advanced options, and from there you can click access beta from there if you have a disk. So and then we'll do this little flight around here, and then I'm gonna go watch some football. But I definitely wanted to just pop in here really quick, give my initial impressions on Sim Update 6, which, minus the randomness that we're running into with some of these other first beta build bugs, I've very much been enjoying it. You are welcome, Michael. I use the Xbox and I've noticed that my launch screen hangs around for like 5 minutes before the loading screen starts. I would probably just reinstall at that point, because that is definitely not supposed to be that way. Alrighty, let's load in first, and then we'll pop into the VR. Spawn on whatever random helipad that is. Make sure you're holding your controller. Oh, I am. But yeah, you can already see how it's well, actually, you might not see anything at the moment. Hang on. There we go, and now you should see, there we go. So that's what it's supposed to load in like. Oh, it's so nice. It really, really is. My usage of this headset is gonna go up substantially now.
Airport information, India. 23000 Zulu. Wind 189er at 12. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature tree 1. Dew point 14. Altimeter 29er 89er.
No, I'm not gonna listen to ATIS the whole time. Thanks, you can leave.
Almaty Airport information, Juliet. 23000 Zulu. Wind 189er at 12. Visibility 10. Sky condition.
It's still just, oh my goodness gracious.
Almaty Airport information, Juliet.
Stupid subtitles. away. I mean, I love it. Absolutely love this. This helicopter's still... Oh, hang on. Is there anybody multiplayer alive yet? There is. Okay. I think that might still be some lingering issues, too, regarding VR and multiplayer players being nearby. Again, just more things I'll need to test outside as well, just to see if it is multiplayer. Because it seemed like we were doing fine. And as players get close, it kind of freaks it out a little bit, but we've caught back up on the frame rate, which is good. I still can't get over actually being able to read this stuff. Hey, so since we did a thing to turn off walk around, can we get a thing to turn off multiplayer wake turbulence in Snowboat? That would be excellent. That would be excellent. U.S. Bank. It's the Maze Bank. You can't tell me otherwise. I'm sure someone's gonna comment and say, well, that's actually what it really is. Like, I know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nice. rid of this. Why is this going on the screen? I definitely don't need that. Just look how good everything looks. Oh my, it's not all those pixelated garbage that we were experiencing before. And again, on the horizon, there's not this weird, really large pixels kind of freaking out up there. Love that. Because I'm going to be honest, I thought what we had... Okay. I thought what we had as a VR experience on the PSVR2 is all we're going to get. But they've completely... I mean, I don't know. It's... This is insane on the quality that we have now. ADIS again, very good. That's what I want to hear.
Visual runway 19er in use. Landing and departing runway 19er. VFR, aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back.
Oh man, we are like, I don't know, whoa. We got some like extra speed going on there.
Belmonte Airport information, Juliet. 23000 Zulu. Wind 189er at 11. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, tree 0, 2.14. Altimeter, 29er.
Just, I mean, I have no complaints so far with the VR. This is so enjoyable now, it's not even funny. Will you shut up? Oh my goodness. Go away. Very, very cool, folks. Oh. All right. Yeah, medium's as high as graphics go. Unless they changed it, but I don't think they did. Oh, I didn't even have HDR on. It's alright, not too worried about it. But, yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, we'll watch some football now. But, definitely wanted to pop in. We'll be back again tomorrow to do some more testing and flying around. And definitely messing with some VR a bit more, because the initial impressions I have of the SU6 improvements are incredible. It's just night and day difference between what we were using before. And Jose, what's your question? Yeah, I mean, even performance in regular gameplay, I think is massively improved as well. No, for whatever reason on console, see, that's the thing. I don't want to have all the turbulence off. I just want multiplayer to be off, because I think it's dumb. I think it adds absolutely nothing to the sim. But, nope. The only thing you can do is turn it to low, which doesn't do anything. It feels exactly the same as realistic. And that's... Oh no, we do have one now. Oh my goodness. But I still want it separate from everything, because I don't want to turn off everything. I'm fine with the AI traffic having it. But my goodness, at least we have something. Turn that crap off. But I want it separate from multiplayer. But that'll do for now. That'll make things so much more enjoyable. Oh. Oh yes. I can live without wake turbulence on everything, but I would still love to see that be a separate option for multiplayer. Thank goodness they finally added that on console. Goodness. Very thrilled about that. Because before, all we had was that realistic medium-low setting, and that was it. Ooh, that is going to be so very nice. Yeah, because I'm hoping they'll expand that out a little bit to where we can just turn off the multiplayer side of it, because I just think it's pointless. I don't see the fun in it. I completely understand it for AI traffic and, you know, navigating that type of stuff, but with multiplayer, especially if it's a bigger group, it's not fun in the slightest. So, to be able to turn that off now, thank goodness for that. That is a lovely change as well. That makes me want to fly under helicopters some more, hang on. The helicopters were the worst, I mean, my goodness. 737 on the ground, it flies by for 2 seconds, it tips over the whole aircraft. Like, okay. And that's gone. Yes. Oh, that's so nice. Yes. Well, that was a great find right at the end there. Great addition, but again, would love to see that expanded to where we can leave it on for the AI traffic, but turn it off specifically for multiplayer traffic, so. Or even something like that, I agree. I agree with that. So, alright everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, we'll be back tomorrow to dive even further into Sim Update 6 and kind of mess around with some other things. But for now, we'll go watch US football. So, thanks for watching everybody, and I will talk to you guys next time. Goodbye!